Hello, Games for Change. I'm Jonathan Elmergreen, the Executive Director of the Higher Education Video Game Alliance, the international professional association for faculty, students, and institutions doing games work in higher education. Games for Change has graciously allowed us a time slot to announce our 2020 fellows, which we typically do at the Game Developers Conference, but we're unable to do so this year due to its postponement. We are very thankful to Games for Change and are excited to officially announce our new fellows today. Before announcing our new fellows, I'd like to briefly tell those who aren't familiar with HEVGA a little bit about our organization and what we do. Born out of Constance Steinkuhler's work after serving as a senior policy analyst in the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy during the Obama administration, and building from a board comprised of key leaders in higher education, HEVGA has been at the forefront of advocacy, research, and expert thought leadership. Our mission is to create a platform for higher education leaders which will underscore the cultural, scientific, and economic importance of video game programs in colleges and universities. The key is to create a robust network of resources, including unified advocacy, policymaker engagement, media coverage, and external funding, in order to incubate and harness the impact of this community in a 21st century learning environment. Our organization is led by a board of directors, including Andrew Phelps, Lindsay Grace, Drew Davidson, Miriam Eladari, and Catherine Isbisser. I, Jonathan Elmergreen, serve as Executive Director. Since its inception, HEVGA has grown exponentially into an international organization with over 600 members from 300 institutions. In addition to our board, HEVGA has expanded to include an advisory board comprised of leaders in the games field, a European Council to connect and advocate for European members, a diversity and inclusion committee to foster inclusion and champion equity, and a survey committee to research key areas that inform policy within institutions and governments worldwide. And now to our fellows. Established in 2017, HEVGA's Fellows Program recognizes senior scholars in the games domain who have made significant contribution to the field in design, theory, or research. HEVGA Fellows are elected by their peers for outstanding contributions to games-based research and design in higher education. Currently comprised of 44 members, our Fellows serve as integral ambassadors for the organization and are inducted as lifetime members. Although we were not able to announce our Fellows this year in person, as we typically do at the Game Developers Conference, we are delighted to partner with Games for Change to celebrate and recognize our new Fellows. This year, HEVGA's Fellows inducted 6 new members. We are very proud to announce them now. Naomi Clark is an assistant arts professor at NYU and has been designing, producing, and writing games for platforms and audiences for over 2 decades. The roughly 3 dozen games she's contributed to include early text-based virtual worlds, downloadable and mobile games for mass audiences, online games for LEGO, educational games and subject ranging from upcycling to electrical circuits, game development tools for kids, and digital brick building software. She's been a game reviewer and pop culture critic for the pioneering feminist site Feminist, and has contributed to several critical collections on games, such as Video Games for Humans and Queer Game Studies, in addition to co-authoring a textbook titled A Game Design Vocabulary. Her recent games include card games like Consenticle, a 2-player game of trust, communication, and intimacy, and Lace Runner, an unauthorized narrative reinvention of Android Netrunner. D. Fox Harrell is a professor of digital media and artificial intelligence in the Comparative Media Studies program in Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory at MIT. He is the director of the MIT Center for Advanced Virtuality. His research explores the relationship between imagination and computation. His research involves developing new forms of computational narrative, video gaming, extended reality, and related digital media forms based in computer science, cognitive science, and digital media arts. He has worked as an interactive television producer and as a game designer. His book, Phantasmal Media, An Approach to Imagination, Computation, and Expression was published by the MIT Press in 2013. Tanya Krzywinska is chair for digital economy at Falmouth University. She taught film and games at Brunel University, Uxbridge, for 25 years, before moving to Cornwall to set up the Games Academy and Games Research at Falmouth University. Tanya is the author of many books and papers on games and related media, as well as the editor of the academic peer-reviewed journal Games and Culture. She is also an exhibiting artist, working mainly in oil paint. Over the past 4 years, she has led a team of researchers to provide immersive experiences for museums in the region using augmented, mixed, and virtual reality, and has recently become a trustee at Royal Cornwall Museum. Torill Elvira Mortensen is Associate Professor at the IT University of Copenhagen. She was a co-founder of the journal Game Studies, on the board of the Digital Games Research Association from 2006 to 2010, and on the board of Norsk Tipping, the Norwegian Lottery Authority, from 2011 to 2015. In 2019, she was recognized as a DIGRA Distinguished Scholar. Her most recent book is the co-authored work, The Paradox of Transgression in Games, published in 2020. Her research is on the use of digital games, the practice of play, and the integration of digital media practices in everyday life. Jane Pinckard is Associate Professor of the Practice of Cinematic Arts in the Interactive Media and Games Division of the School of Cinematic Arts at USC. She's a writer, critic, and educator who has studied the culture of video games for 20 years. She has written about games for publications such as Games Pro, EGM, 1UP, and Salon, as well as on her games culture blog, Game Girl Advance. She led the East Coast Business Development Operations for Foundation 9 Entertainment and served as Vice Chair of the International Game Developers Association. She's on the editorial board of the Well Played Journal from ETC Press. From 2001 to 2014, she was Associate Director for the Center for Games and Playable Media at UC Santa Cruz. A graduate of the Clarion Science Fiction and Fantasy Writing Workshop, she also writes fiction about robots and palaces under the sea. Her favorite game is Final Fantasy Tactics. José P. Zagal is a game designer and scholar. He is also a professor with the University of Utah's nationally ranked Entertainment Arts and Engineering program, where he teaches courses in game design, ethics in video games, and experimental games. He has supervised multiple award-winning student projects, and many of his former students work at leading game studios worldwide. In 2016, José was honored as a Distinguished Scholar by DIGRA. José's research explores the development of frameworks for describing, analyzing, and understanding games from a critical perspective. His book on this topic, Ludoliteracy, Defining, Understanding, and Supporting Games Education, was published in 2010. In 2012, he edited The Video Game Ethics Reader, a collection of writings that provide an entry point for thinking, deliberating, and discussing ethical topics surrounding video games. Role-Playing Game Studies, edited in collaboration with Dr. Sebastian Dietering, was published in 2018 and provides an in-depth examination of role-playing games across different media and disciplinary contexts. His most recent book, Game Design Snacks, is an edited collection of nuggets of game design wisdom covering various areas in game design with examples from commercially released video games. On behalf of the Board of Directors, myself, and our current fellows, I would like to officially welcome our 6 new fellows. We again want to thank Games for Change for graciously offering time to announce our fellows. Lastly, if you're not already a member, go to HEVGA.org to sign up. It's free, and be sure to follow us on social media at the HEVGA. Thank you, and again, congratulations to our new fellows.